Okay, here it is. This is a new viewer screen of Wheel of Cheese of Wheel of Wheelie. Fentool. All right, so Fentool is hitting it close for us, especially. How many of you are here from the Decomposer Lounge? Let me get some horns emojis, because this one is a band that I heard early on in my channel, and I really dug them. Everybody, this track coming from Fentool is from the band Karnivool. Okay, Aman, we're gonna have fun on this one. Okay, help me on the time, guys. What's the time on this? Jakin. It was for a second, 9/8. Chaotic. What makes it work for me is keeping that square. That is locking us in. We should have known better not to taste the wine we swallowed. For all and more, we said our recourse for tomorrow. Now we command, we're in awakeness, make you follow. Woohoo! Shit, this is badass. Memories like rains of sand are blowing away. Is this who you are? A product of fear. The quarters and the sequent lock this down nice. Hold your nerve, keep your focus. There's something peculiar about the way. I love the delay on the vocals. Listen, they're faint, but they're beautiful. Finally squaring us off for a second just to get us centered. For us mere mortals. Ask a question. All right, for us mere mortals, even though there are a few of us here that can count out the meters and we can follow it and we're kind of looped into it, you know, with the headiness of the time and the syncopation, I was going to say constipation, and the syncopation and everything that's going on in here, counter meter kind of arrangements as well. The one thing that I love about bands that'll do this, as long as they give me a zip line, and even as a composer who can pull it together when it comes to listening to it, it is, as long as I can get a zip line out of it, and that zip line, I've always said this on when I listen to music, is I'm always looking for at least something that's squaring me off. It could be a hi-hat going tss, 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 you know what I'm saying? While everything's going tss, you know, whatever the jerkiness is of the meter, Or if I can't find that, I listen for, remember I said earlier in this, listen to that sequence. There were some tricky little rhythmical things that were happening there in the arrangements and stuff like that. But there was a little sequence that was holding eighths. And to me, personally, that makes, that empowers to the second power, third power, whatever, those arrangements that are very meter oriented and time oriented and syncopated oriented, is by giving you just a little taste of, like, you know, simplicity somewhere through that process, you know. God, the tone on that dirt guitar. In a weird way, a little reminds me of some Soundgarden-y stuff. At least the kick is giving us that stay in the pocket. That little light, like muted piano stuff. Such an important part of this arrangement. Drop a castanet in there for a second. Piano always landing on the snare. Fuck. This was great. This was great. This was killer. Mess with the envelope. Hit the horns. Whoops, started again. That was great, guys. That was a sick listen. I can't help but, like, has Karnivool ever opened up for Tool by any chance? Does anybody ever know that? I mean, it almost seems like they would be in the same billing. Obviously, two different, let's say, band sub-stories, if you would. But, boy, that would be one hell of a billing if... Karnivool, they did something like Karnitool. I don't know. Maybe it was like a tour between the two, because that would be something I think we definitely would need to take syncopation pills, you know, because that would be absolutely insane. Lul. But anyhow, but for me, Karnivool, this music, though it does have similarities with Tool and stuff, is a lot more intricate in the work that they put in, based on musicianship and stuff. I don't want that to sound weird in saying that, like, Tool musicians aren't better than these musicians or anything like that. It's a different kind of energy in the arrangement and the composition with Karnivool. But the unifying The relatable thing about it between Tool and Karnivool is that uniqueness of percussion, is that whole messing with our heads when it comes to the rhythm and meter. However, I think Karnivool's a little more meter-centric, syncopated-centric, a little more, and also because I think Tool is a lot more organic and they don't necessarily do a lot of overdubs. They try to keep everything as organic as possible, so that they can reproduce it on stage as well. So.